It is a very epic and beautiful day for the Beauty Heroes community. I'm being a little bit melodramatic, but the hero product for the month of May is the Max and Me Circle of Protection Body Oil. If you've been watching me for any length of time, you will know that after I had the absolute pleasure of getting to try this product, I went through an entire bottle of it. I also had the pleasure of meeting the two founders of this brand, Max and Tanya, at Indie Beauty Expo last summer. This product featured prominently in my Best of 2016 video, and I know that I've reviewed it extensively elsewhere. It's a huge love, rave, and I'm going to probably be a little bit redundant in this video if you've heard me talk about it before, but I'm hoping to make this video informative for those of you who might not have heard my previous reviews or are familiar with this product, and kind of some more personal things that have been coming up for me that are linked to still how integral this product has been in my life. So Max and Me is a relatively new brand. I think that they've really kind of only been on the scene not even a year at this point. As I'm saying, I first learned about them via Beauty Heroes to select one of their products to try from the range that Beauty Heroes was carrying, and this was Jeannie's recommendation. The Circle of Protection Body Oil. They do a number of other body oils, they do face oils, they do other skincare. This piqued my interest right away. I got to sample a bottle and I was blown away from the first use. The reason this brand is special and these products are special is because they are very attuned to energy and vibrations in the ingredient sourcing, in the formulation, in the execution of the product. Everything about it from start to finish is a high vibe endeavor, which, you know, I know is becoming sort of a trendy thing in the beauty community, eco-beauty community. You know, I think some people can sort of roll their eyes and dismiss it, but I actually do think that Max and Me products have a discernible impact on one's energy body, and I've experienced it. I know other people that have experienced it. You know, I don't really like to read copy or ingredient lists or things like that, but I will just say I thought that this was very well put in here. Guided by their intuition and refined connection to the natural world, they identify pure, lit from within plant materials that they believe will deeply communicate on a cellular level. The higher the vibration, the more potent in their healing capacities. So Max and Me, I feel, is really a brand that's beyond just sort of a topical approach to beauty. It really, and it's, in some ways, honestly, it's sort of a next step up from even sort of the mind-body thing that I know we talk a lot about. This is like bringing a whole new understanding to sort of a quantum awareness of our energy and our energy fields and our auras. The hero product this month is a full-size Circle of Protection body oil. This is valued at $75 for 3.4 fluid ounces. Now, the sidekick for this month is actually a travel size Circle of Protection. This is 10 milliliters or 0.34 fluid ounces. I thought this was a really interesting curation because the rationale behind including a travel size Circle of Protection is to encourage people to share this with somebody in their life, a partner, a friend, a family member, a parent, a coworker, with the idea to sort of bring others into your circle of protection or inspire others to create their own circle of protection. And encourage sort of more moments of mindfulness. If you wanted to keep it for yourself, it's nice to have the oil with you at all times as your on-the-go guardian to inhale its beautiful scent when external elements begin to feel overwhelming. I'm trying to think of the best way to structure this video because I have sort of very personal thoughts about these products, which I think I'm just gonna dive into. I'm trying to be less perfectionist with my videos, honestly, and sort of less structured. So, if you know me and you watch my videos, you know that I am like a spiritual new age hippie in a lot of ways. Beyond that, I just have always been a very sensitive person, and I guess really more recently I've sort of been coming into a different awareness about my energy sensitivity. When I first had this product in my life, I was using it all fall, and then the US elections happened, and I will not get overtly political in this video, which I'm sure will relieve some of you. Regardless of your political leanings, the month of January was a very traumatic and polarized and divisive and just highly charged environment for everybody. And whether or not people are aware of how these energies affect them, they do. I mean, I just can speak for myself and people that I'm close to, and are also sort of energy aware. We were really drained, and like our nerves were all just like frazzled, and it was exhausting. And enter Circle of Protection. I used this religiously. I actually used up the bottle during that time, and it helped. I think that it just helped soothe me at night. It would sort of calm my nerves before I would get up and go to work and be like just engrossed by the news and, you know, kind of get myself all worked up all over again. So it served a very important purpose for me during the month of January. Now, interestingly, what are we? It's now May, obviously, and I've sort of made some additional strides in that time personally relevant to my channel. So a lot of you have seen my How Eco Beauty Has Changed video and my subsequent videos, and it should be obvious by now that I went through some kind of very radical shift with my, I mean, just kind of personally, I went through sort of a radical shift. I couldn't help but start sharing it on my channel. It had gotten to a point where I don't know if any of you have ever experienced something like this, where it just becomes like you kind of are sort of dealing with something for a while, and then something changes and you don't really know what to attribute the change to, but something that was sort of tolerable before is no longer tolerable. That's basically what I've gone through with respect to all of the things that I touched on in the Eco Beauty video. I will not rehash them here. And I think that my energy and my attitude and kind of where I'm going with my channel started to move in a different direction. Now, because of that, because of the shifts and that I'm choosing to share them, it has made the idea of energy protection and energy awareness and how I use my energy much more salient for me. And it's been coming up in very interesting ways, notably, I guess, this box, but it's been timed with some other things in the last couple of weeks. This is random, but just like bear with me while I get through this. I started working with a new oracle deck. Previously I've sort of only worked with the tarot. This is like a whole other video, but I recently picked up the Wisdom of Avalon oracle deck because I have like a very strong connection and proclivity towards druidism. I can't let this video go off the rails. I care too much about it, but look at the card that I picked recently. When did I do this spread? It was sometime this week, this previous week. Not a coincidence, probably. And then I was also recently in touch with Christy Funk. I don't know if any of you know her here on YouTube. I've been watching her videos. Someone had alerted me to her videos. She's amazing and generates lots of really interesting content on eco beauty and aging and the divine feminine and all of this sort of stuff. And she reached out and sort of wanted to discuss energy protection techniques, and thought that for what I was going through right now, it could be really helpful to just be very aware, because I also have, you know, I have gotten a minimal amount, but still an annoying amount of, I guess, personal attacks for the criticisms that I have leveled, which is to be expected. But as anybody knows that has put themselves out online, or really anybody, you don't even need to be a content producer. I just think the world that we live in is so rampant with energy feeding, energy vampires, energy toxicity, energy draining, and if you don't have a way to protect and guard your energy, it's going to get lodged in your body, in your energy body, in your physical body, and it's going to create issues for you down the line. This is the whole foundation behind actually medical intuition and the sort of quantum level of information that people that are medical intuitives can read. The idea of protecting my energy much more consciously has been at the forefront of my mind. I think that that's all I have to say for that little spiel. So as you can tell, my relationship with Circle of Protection is exceedingly personal, but I'm also sort of, I guess, an evangelist for this product, because I just think that the more people that are aware of how energy works and, you know, how we can be sovereign, energy sovereign, and really interact with people in our lives, not from a place of energy feeding, the world will be a better place. Basically, it's very idealistic and utopian. But products like this, I think have a really amazing place in someone's energy toolkit. So if what I'm saying makes sense to you, please continue to listen to my review of this product. So Max & Me is an artisan handcrafted brand out of Austria. The last that I checked, you could only get them on Beauty Heroes and Beauty Habit. I'm not sure if that has changed. I know that they are expanding their distribution. So Circle of Protection is in a base of organic argan oil, wild-crafted marula, organic rosehip seed oil. It's a very short ingredient list. And then there is magnolia flower oil, manuka oil, bourbon geranium oil, jasmine sambuc flower extract, Litsia fruit oil, I don't actually know what that is, vetiver extract, and silver fir leaf oil. I've talked about this before. The branding and the packaging and the illustrations I think is absolutely beautiful. The bottles all have like a little crystal in them. It kind of looks like maybe that's an amethyst. This is what the lids look like. I guess these are, I'm not really sure what kind of dispenser you would call this. It's not an orifice reducer the way essential oil bottles are, but it comes out in a very sort of controlled way. Just like that. I would consider this a light to medium viscosity oil. It absorbs very quickly and nicely. Okay, the scent. The word that, this was in my previous review of this, the first word that comes to mind is crystalline, and I'm not sure why. I think it's because there is such a like a high vibrating light energy infused into these products that my mind word association, yeah, I can't, it's honestly sort of beyond words, which I know is kind of annoying, but there's not really words for me to describe how this product feels, I guess. The scent is very, very light though. It's not at all thick and dense and heavy and overpowering. It's kind of on the, and not that there's anything wrong with those sort of thicker, more intense oils. There's some of those I really like as well. They're a little bit more grounded. I guess that's a better way to talk about it. It's kind of like a groundedness and etherealness. So this oil is just, it's very light, I guess, in both the texture and how it just feels. When I had been using my previous bottle, I would just take the oil and put it sort of all over my arms and torso, and I particularly liked putting it on my torso because of the sort of primary chakras that we're all familiar with. I felt that it was a kind of added benefit to have it there. Whether it was or not, I don't know. I actually have a new favorite way of using this product. So, and I think it's sort of like a helpful tip if you want to really extend the life of the product. If you do this combination, it will, I think, probably make your life, because I've just been adoring it. So this is another favorite product of mine that you can get on the Beauty Heroes shop. It's the Red Flower Arctic Berry Cloud Milk Cream. I'm almost out of this one. So I will take some of the Arctic Berry Cloud Milk Cream in my palm, and I will pour a little bit of the Max & Me oil in there, and I will create like an emulsion, and I will just slather my arms and my upper body and my back and my shoulders and like everywhere with that sort of emulsion. And it's incredible after a shower, getting into, you know, yoga pants and a t-shirt, watching YouTube, watching Bravo. I mean, that is like literally my happy place, and I realize that I am a grandma probably, but that's okay. So I didn't necessarily want to plug the Red Flower as well, but those are two of my kind of like Hall of Fame body care products, and the combination is just really quite epic. You know, truthfully, there's not like a super extensive review that can be done of this product, because I think everybody's experience using it is going to be very individual. Like how it makes you feel is going to be really individual. It's going to be based on how you're energetically feeling that day. I don't use this every day. I think that I kind of really try and tune in to what I need, and I have a couple of sort of body oils and lotions in rotation. So it just depends on how I'm feeling. If I'm feeling really depleted, you know, if I had a particularly tough day at work or negative interactions, or I had road rage, if it was a day with negative encounters with people, I will take the time when I get home to, you know, do sort of a releasing yoga practice, some energy protection techniques, energy clearing techniques, And then this is sort of like a perfect addition to that sort of energy awareness toolkit routine, as I'm saying. Also included in the box is a sample of one of their face oils, the Enchanted Face Oil. I have also tried this. I like their face oils. I think that they're really lovely. For some reason, I personally, of everything I've tried from their range, the body oils are my favorite, and I also have tried samples of a lot of the other body oils. They do like 7 or 8 different ones. Circle of Protection is still my favorite. There was another one I liked. I think it was either Journey in Time or there was like a Crystal Beauty one that I really enjoyed, but Circle of Protection is absolutely a hero product. I've tried other Max and Me products too. Another standout for me is their Purity and Grace face oil. So when I first used this, I was sort of like, it was okay. It smelled a little bit like celery, and I was kind of like a little unsure about it, to be honest. But what ended up happening with this product is that I just started gravitating to it. And I have like 5 or 6 cleansers, maybe even more, in rotation, and I kept just reaching for this, almost sort of unconsciously, or I guess subconsciously. To me, that's sort of a testament to the energetic potency and vibration of the product, because it's again, it's sort of a little bit beyond words, but I'm almost out of this actually. So I really have experienced the energetic reaction to the products most with these. And as many of you know, I was also a fan of their Serenity Mask and Wash. The only thing about that is that I think that it's really exorbitantly expensive, and I have a very hard time recommending and being effusively in love and talking about a product that full size is $240. That's just hard for me to do, especially when I received it as a PR sample. It just does not feel great to me to talk about. It is a nice product. I don't think it's like a must-have, but all of that to say, to get to try Circle of Protection at the Beauty Heroes price is incredible. The full value of this box is, I think, $95, or it's around there, 95 or 97. So on the Beauty Heroes website, they are going to have several videos where Jeannie sat down with Max and Tanya, sort of interviewed them. They're short videos, like 3 or 4 minutes. Interviewed them about the genesis of the brand and how they come up with the products and sort of a little bit of the behind the scenes, which you know I'm very big on. So I highly recommend those. I actually just watched them. In addition to those little interview videos, there's more like a 10-minute video with a guided meditation between Tanya and Jeannie, practiced with the Circle of Protection body oil. So kind of using this as a sort of an aromatherapy assist during a guided meditation. In addition, Beauty Heroes is going to be hosting a live guided meditation for the Beauty Heroes community or anybody. It's through a Zoom call, I believe, that has the capacity to host up to 500 people. And it's going to take place on Tuesday, May 16th. And if any of you, I feel like this is such a common study that's often cited in meditation groups, but there was an academic study published that found the effect of collectively meditating had the impact of reducing crime rates in some radius area. I don't know the specifics of it. I think it was in Washington, D.C. actually. It was a study from several decades ago, I think. I know the study in my head, I don't know the specifics. In the little Beauty Heroes insert, it says, studies have shown that positive, peaceful transformations occur when as little as 1% of the population engages in a meditation practice. Through meditation, our brains reorganize to reveal our oneness with the world, naturally inspiring more love and compassion. And also in the Beauty Heroes box, there's this worldwide Circle of Protection meditation sort of written down on a card for you. Oh, it's really nice. I just like skimmed through it. So if you prefer to not listen to a guided one, you could read this and sort of do your own at-home meditation and visualization using Circle of Protection. This is a box that's very near and dear to me. If you would like to pick one up for yourself, I do have a link down below, so make sure to check the description bar. As far as other quick Beauty Heroes updates, you can still pick up the elective seasonal makeup box. I was calling it a quarterly makeup box. I think they're now calling it a seasonal makeup box with Au Naturale. I did a whole video demoing those products. There are some new products in the Beauty Hero store, although I can't remember like what I've talked about already. They are carrying Mahalo's The Bean. I know that that's a very popular product. A new eye palette from Vapor, the Kahina Moisture Mask, I think I've mentioned that before. They're carrying a bunch of products actually from a brand I'm sort of curious about, Jillian Wright. In particular, the vitamin C brightening powder. I don't currently have a vitamin C product and I'm really curious about that. It's like $75 though, but it looks really nice. And then they're carrying fragrances from the brand Oh Wild, and that is actually the Love More promotion. So for May, if you spend $125, you get the travel set of Oh Wild's perfumes, which is a $42 value. So the Oh Wild fragrances are White Sage, Redwood, Pink Peppercorn, and Juniper Berry. Thank you guys so much for watching. I feel like it's a little bit dark in here. I'm filming a little bit later in the day, but you know, we do what we can. I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments, not even just on like the products, but if anyone wants to have a broader conversation about energy awareness and energy protection, techniques and energy clearing and grounding and visualizations. This has really been where my head has been at, you know, and if you don't agree with what I said at all about energy and protection, that's okay too. We're all in different stages of these sorts of processes and that's completely okay. So I would love to hear from all of you in the comments if you're thinking about picking this box up, what your thoughts on Max and Me in general are. Just feeling so much gratitude to Max and Me and Beauty Heroes for bringing just a really beautiful box to fruition. So thank you guys so much for watching and I'll see you in my next one soon. Bye.